What if I told you that the story of our ancient ancestors, the tale of Homo sapiens versus Neanderthals, isn't the simple competition we once thought it was? What if, instead of being rivals, they were neighbors, sharing tools, ideas, and maybe even a sense of community? Well, a groundbreaking discovery in a cave in central Israel is forcing us to rethink everything we know about this crucial chapter in human history. For a long time, the prevailing narrative was that our species, Homo sapiens, swept out of Africa and simply outcompeted or replaced Neanderthals across Eurasia. We saw them as two distinct groups, one destined for success, the other for extinction. But the truth, as it so often is far more complex and fascinating. The story isn't just about replacement, it's about interaction, coexistence, and a shared human experience that dates back much further than we ever imagined. Let's travel to Tin Shemet Cave. Nestled in central Israel, this site has become a window into the Middle Paleolithic period, a time between roughly 300,000 and 50,000 years ago. Archaeologists digging here have unearthed something extraordinary, evidence of human burials that are shaking the very foundations of prehistoric studies. These aren't just any burials. The findings recently published in the prestigious journal Nature Human Behavior paint a vivid picture of a world where Neanderthals and Homo sapiens weren't just living in the same region at the same time, they were actively sharing their lives. So, what exactly did they find? The excavation revealed layers of sediment containing stone tools and, crucially, human remains. By analyzing the teeth and other skeletal fragments, researchers confirmed the presence of both Neanderthal and early Homo sapiens individuals. This in itself is significant, as the Levant region, which includes modern-day Israel, has long been recognized as a crossroads where these two human populations met. But Tin Shemet Cave offers more than just proof of coexistence. It provides evidence of cultural exchange. Let's talk about the tools. The stone tool industry found at the site is remarkably consistent throughout the layers, regardless of whether Neanderthal or Homo sapiens remains were present. This suggests they were using the same techniques and the same types of tools to hunt, butcher animals, and process materials. Imagine two different groups of people, who we thought were completely separate, using the exact same toolkit. It's like finding two different cultures today using identical, highly specific technology. This wasn't a case of one group copying another from a distance. It points to a shared technological tradition. They were likely learning from each other, passing down knowledge, or were part of a larger integrated cultural network. This discovery challenges the old idea that Homo sapiens simply arrived with superior technology. Instead, it suggests a dynamic environment of innovation and shared learning. But the most profound evidence of cultural sharing comes from the funerary practices. The researchers found intentional burials for both Neanderthals and Homo sapiens at the site. The way the bodies were positioned and the context in which they were buried were strikingly similar. This shared approach to death is incredibly powerful. Funerary rituals are deeply symbolic acts, reflecting beliefs about life, death, and the afterlife. The fact that both groups were treating their dead in a similar manner suggests a shared set of beliefs, or at the very least, a mutual understanding and respect for these sacred rituals. It moves beyond just sharing tools for survival. It delves into the realm of shared ideology and abstract thought. This is a level of social and cultural integration that most experts thought was impossible for this time period, around 110,000 years ago. This discovery fundamentally changes our perspective. The Tin Shemet Cave findings suggest that the interactions between Neanderthals and Homo sapiens were not always confrontational. Instead of a simple story of competition and replacement, we're now looking at a complex mosaic of interactions that could have included cooperation, cultural blending, and the formation of mixed communities. These human connections, these moments of shared life and knowledge, weren't just a footnote in history. They were a driving force in our collective evolution. They played a key role in the cultural and technological advancements of the period. Think about it. When different groups come together and share ideas, innovation flourishes. This principle was as true 110,000 years ago as it is today. The genetic evidence we've had for a while now has shown that Homo sapiens and Neanderthals interbred. Many of us with ancestry outside of Africa carry a small percentage of Neanderthal DNA in our genomes. The findings from Tinchamet Cave provide the archaeological and cultural context for how this intermingling could have happened. It wasn't a fleeting, rare event. It happened in communities where these two groups lived side by side, sharing not just territory, but also technology, culture, and perhaps even family. Tinchamet Cave might have been one of these very places, a melting pot of the Paleolithic world. So, what does this all mean for our understanding of ourselves? It means that the story of human success isn't one of solitary genius, but of connection and collaboration. It shows that our ancestors were more socially complex and interconnected than we've given them credit for. The line between us and them, between Homo sapiens and Neanderthals, becomes increasingly blurred. They weren't just a primitive other, they were part of our shared human story, contributing to the rich tapestry of our heritage. Our species' journey was shaped not by isolation, but by the willingness to connect, learn, and share with those who were different. The work at Tinchamet Cave is far from over. As archaeologists continue to excavate and analyze the findings, we can expect even more incredible insights into this period of shared history. It's a powerful reminder that the past is always being rewritten, and that there are still so many secrets buried beneath our feet, waiting to change the way we see the world and our place in it. The story of humanity is one of connection, and that connection runs deeper and further back in time than we ever knew.